Hello, ladies. Good morning. This is Sister Ruth. Sister Angie told me to prepare a devotion for today, and it's a privilege for me. I thank God for giving me this privilege to be able to share my thoughts. I'm sorry, but I cannot join you during Saturdays because, uh, you know, it's a pandemic, so the people are not coming to church. So all the work is on us. We have to do all the work. Okay, even the cleaning and the preparation of the songs, we have to do that. So I will sleep very late on Saturday already just to make sure everything will be okay for Sunday. Okay. Anyway, I joined the prayer meeting with Sister Angie during Fridays here. Okay. So what I want to discuss is about the 6 ways to do ministry despite the pandemic. Okay. Here in Thailand, the pandemic is still very real. There are a lot of cases, and it seems like it's out of control. And I think also in the Philippines, it's still the same thing. It's the same situation. So, what I want to share is how we coped with the pandemic, how we can continue to do the ministry despite this very abnormal situation that we have. Okay, so I hope that you will learn something from it. Okay. All right, so I will share to you 6 ways to do the ministry despite the pandemic. Okay, so now introduction is since the pandemic began, our world has never been the same again. Suddenly, we cannot shake each other's hands, we cannot give hugs, we have to keep distance from everyone. The things that we could do normally, suddenly we were forbidden to do. Okay. This has been hard on the ministry because we encourage each other by giving a pat on the back, right? Make people feel welcome, extending our hands for a warm handshake, or reassuring children and friends with a big bear hug. So we use touch, right, to make people feel comfortable, feel welcome, okay, to be reassured of our love, like that. Besides, the deadly virus has left our churches empty, many ministries abandoned, people also afraid to get out of their houses. Not to mention the fact that so many of our acquaintances, friends, and loved ones have succumbed to this dreadful disease. Every day we are faced with the news of someone contracting the disease and fighting for their life in some hospital. Okay, so it's already common for us to see this kind of news, right? Okay, but despite of this dire situation we are in, we can still keep warmth of fellowship among our brethren in some other ways or means. And sharing the gospel is still possible at this time. We can do it even more extensively. What I'm going to share to you is how we di ko na makita, turn the pandemic into a blessing. Okay, so actually parang uh, the church was able to expand more because uh, before the pandemic we were only concentrating on reaching out people in Thailand, but after when the pandemic began, we reached worldwide. Okay, our reach has been expanded. Okay, because the live streaming can reach other places, right? Not just in Thailand. So why not? Okay. All right. So okay, number one, what we did is to strengthen our discipleship. Okay, so we believe that the growth of the church depends so much on the strength of each member. Okay, pastor has 3 Zoom Bible studies a week. Okay, through yung Zoom kasi nga he cannot go to their houses anymore because in one of his Bible studies, he usually goes every Monday to the apartment, but somebody nagpositive po doon sa apartment, so they don't allow people to go out of the condo. So they had to resort to Zoom. Okay. So ever since I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, it's already through Zoom. And also, our daughter Emerald, she has also a Zoom discipleship among 4 of our ladies here in the church. Sometimes they go out, I think, but nowadays is through Zoom na lang po. And me myself, I have a class of every week with a Thai national and a Pakistani national. Okay, so um, it's supposed to be on Tuesdays, but if I'm busy, we resort to Thursday. So I don't put it on Thursday because once I cannot make it on Thursday, then we will miss the discipleship for the week. So I put it on Tuesday, and then if I'm not available, then we will set it on Wednesday or Thursday, ganon, para hindi siya ma-postpone. And one time na-postpone siya ng Thursday, so we did it on a Saturday, I think. So I make sure that I don't miss a week. Although I am very busy, I try not to miss the discipleship. Actually, I had two classes before. One class was all beginners. I mean, new Christians. They were going to start with salvation, but I cannot accommodate because I'm studying also. So I gave up that class. So I just concentrated with this Thai and Pakistani because this Thai is very interested, and also yung Pakistani is also very interested, and they have finished a lot of lessons already. You know, the church in Thailand here is the people are transitional; they don't stay. So there have been many people who attended this church. They finished a lot of lessons, but they left. Okay, so it's like this church is only a stepping stone for them for another church, or this place is a stepping stone for another destiny. Okay, so nobody is really going to planning to stay here permanently. They all want to go to another place. So also what's happening with our discipleship is many people learn a lot, they finish many lessons, but they leave. So it's like we are um, just a temporary home church for them. So it's like we see it like this, that we are training them for their future ministry. Okay, parang this church is a training ground for them for the next church, like that. So we have accepted the fact that our church is like this. Okay, that's why it's only me, Pastor, and Emerald who can disciple. Many people also who are still here finish a lot of lessons, but they're still not confident. You know, you cannot force them to be do something that they're not confident with. Okay, all right. And so, yan, kailangan you have to be consistent. You have to make sure, make it a priority that hindi siya matitigil. That dapat you will have to have at least one class a week, because if you're absent for 2 weeks, di nalimutan na nila. And yung fire nila ba, yung desire nila na matuto, wala na. Parang tatamlay na sila. So you should be the one who will remind them, oh, we will postpone for Thursday, ganon. But sometimes I really forget totally because of I'm so busy, no, but they are there waiting for me. Yun, ganon. So so I try to make it a point that every week we have a lesson, okay? Ayan. And then number 2, keep close contact with the members during the week. Okay, so since we have a few members, it's quite easy to keep in touch with them. Okay, so for us, it's easy to keep touch with them dahil konti na lang sila. So what I do is send them a Bible verse every morning individually, okay? Not through the group chat. If I can do it individually, I will do it, okay? Just to make sure, kasi kapag group chat pa, it's not very personal, okay? And I don't just say good morning like that. I attach a verse. But if I have time, I will also attach a verse that is appropriate to that person. Not only one verse for everybody, but kung ano yung kailangan ng member na to na verse, yun ang ibibigay ko kung if I have time, okay, to do that. Yun. Kasi, of course, we are very close to each other. We know each other. So, I know the weaknesses. I know what they need, mga ganyan. So, I look for a verse that's appropriate for that person. But I cannot do that really, all the time. But if I have, let's say it's a holiday, then I would do that. Okay? Para may kabuluhan yung verse na yun sa kanya. Alright, and then, after the verse, there is a kumusta ka na bro or kumusta ka na sis. Okay, so that they feel that I'm still checking on them. Okay, Pastor also does this, I know, but I also do it by myself. Okay, at least they feel na they're being checked upon. Okay, and then follow up on them when they did not view or like our live streaming. Kasi sometimes I tag them, but they don't view. Okay, so what way I will do is send it in their messenger para ando na sa messenger nila, and it's up to them to watch it. Because the temptation to watch other live streaming is very, very strong, right? Kasi, of course, you would want to watch a big church, right? Than our church. So, you cannot force them to watch our live streaming because they have a lot of options in the YouTube. Gaganda pa ng mga special numbers doon. Tapos yung lighting, very nice. So there's no way that you can oblige them to watch the live streaming. But if I know that they're not watching the live streaming, I send it to their messenger directly. Okay, so that to make sure that mag-like sila or just take a look. Okay, all right. And then I also ask later. Okay, so next one, follow them up. Okay, ask for their Thanksgiving and prayer requests individually. Okay, so since we are few, I can do this one, no, na sis, kasi ako rin yung gumagawa ng prayer bulletin. Every week, we update the prayer bulletin. So, I ask them personally what is their prayer request. Kasi kapag ilalagay mo lang sa group chat, they don't reply, no? Although meron silang uh, prayer request, hindi nila nilalagay. Siguro na tatamad pa. But if I ask them personally, then they will come up with a prayer request or a Thanksgiving like that. Okay? So, make it personal. Don't always depend on the group chat. Yung group chat is only for the announcements, but as much as possible, I try to message them personally para maging ano pa rin, intimate pa rin ba? I'm not messaging them as a group, but as an individual, okay? If you cannot do this, kunwari marami na kayo sa church, then you can assign somebody to do it for a group. Ganon, di ba? Yung may cell group. We had a cell group nung madami pa kami dito. So, somebody is in charge to do that. But, since we are little, then me and Pastor are doing this, okay? Okay, and then, if possible, send a cake or pizza for their birthday through food delivery. Of course, kasi dito, nakakatakot na because there are 23,000 new cases every day. So, it's really very scary to go out. You don't want to go out if there's no important reason why you're going out. Like, if you want to go to the grocery or to the bank, that's all you want to go to. Okay, you don't want to go to anywhere. And anyway, the malls are closed. Even the banks in the malls are closed and the parks are closed. So, we just send a cake. Usually kasi we buy a cake for the birthday celebrant here naman in church. So, it's the same thing. Send the cake through food delivery so that at least meron pa ring part yung church sa celebration ng birthdays nila. Okay? Actually nga, before the pandemic, may gift pa kami. We give a gift. We ask kung sino yung close sa kanila, kung ano yung gusto nilang gift, and then we buy that gift. But after the pandemic, we didn't do that anymore. We just buy a cake for them, just for us to be able to sing happy birthday, ganyan. And for them to blow the candles, ganyan, okay? And then the announcements are sent to the group chat and individually, especially if they are involved. Because I'm also the one making the schedules, that like who is going to make the Bible quiz, who is going to render the special number, who is going to cook. Ako rin yung gumagawa nun. So, I send that to the group chat and to the people who are involved. Kasi even if there's already a monthly schedule, okay, they already know that. And then, i-announce mo pa sa church. Sometimes they still forget. They still say that, I didn't know like this. So, if somebody is assigned to be a special number, then I send it directly to their messenger para wala na silang excuse that they didn't know that they were going to render the special number or they were going to do the testimony or whatever, okay? Yun, toka-toka every week. So, I'm doing that to remind them. And during the week, somebody also reminds that. I'm the one who will say the announcement and somebody will remind like that para wala silang kawala. Yan. Wala silang excuse na hindi nila alam yung trabaho nila. Okay. Alright. Next one. Try to improve your live streaming. Okay, so we cannot expect people to watch our live streaming when there are so many other live streaming services that are very nice, have very nice resolution, very nice sound, very nice singing, very nice backdrop. So we should try our best to improve our live streaming. Si Pastor kasi hindi siya techie, so he doesn't know anything about live streaming. So, but we have a member who is a computer geek siya. He's a techie, but hindi rin siya marunong sa live streaming. So, I introduced him to Brother Dave, and then so he gets his ideas from Brother Dave. And then, ako rin, I view yung mga live streaming in the YouTube, and then sinasabi ko sa kanya, pwede ba natin gawin ito? Pwede ba natin gawin yan? Ganon. Like, I give him ideas on how to improve our live streaming. Yeah, ganon. Like, pwede ba tayo bang mag-green screen? Para ito, yung ginagamit ko is green screen already. Okay? Para we can change the background for whatever purpose we have. Kung Mother's Day, then put there something that's Mother's Day or Father's Day. You don't have to put yung physical backdrop for the live streaming. Okay? So, you can just choose a picture you want to upload, and then magiging ganito na siya. Okay? Ayan. So, try to improve your live streaming. Kasi live streaming na nga ngayon eh. So, dapat competitive yung live streaming natin. Okay? And also, ask the members or the sympathizers what they have, if they have any comments sa live streaming. Kasi sila yung nakikinig, di ba? So, ano yung mga problema? Don't be afraid to ask them comments. What's wrong with the live streaming? Like, we discovered here na kapag nagbibigay na pala ng memory verse, walang naririnig yung mga nasa live stream. So, it's boring. It's like a lull time. So, we decided that if we're doing our memory verse, we have to speak on the microphone. Mga ganun. Alright, so they will also say, they tell us the sound is not good. So, ayan, si Brother J, bibili na siya ng mga gadgets to improve the live streaming. Ganun. And I also nagre-research din ako sa mga, I'm watching other live streaming so that I can see what we can do to improve our live streaming also. Okay? Yan. Alright, next is, try to expand your reach through social media. Okay. Be a member of many groups on Facebook. Like me, I am a member of 1,500 groups. Okay. Okay. So, member ako lahat dyan. Ever since na nag-member ako ng Facebook, marami akong memberships. Because my purpose why I joined Facebook is to evangelize, not to put a selfie or to tell the world what I'm doing, what I'm eating. That's not my purpose why I joined Facebook. I joined Facebook because I want to use it to share the gospel, ganyan. Actually, the first time that I saw Facebook, nako, sasayangin lang ito ng oras ko. Pero ang excuse ko kung bakit ako nag-join ng Facebook is I will use it to expand the ministry, to use it to share the gospel. Okay? Alright. So, be a member. If you're not a, personality-wise, kasi some people are very private. So, they don't like to do this. But, I think this is the only way that we can expand the gospel. Kapag you are not involved, then you're not doing God's will, right? If you're very private yung account mo, tapos walang nakaka-reach sa'yo, ganyan. So, well, how can you share the gospel now na lahat is digital na lahat, di ba? So, wala ka ng involvement sa evangelism kung ganun, right? So, try to be a member of, kasi natural friendly person. So, yan, ang dami ko na rin mga groups, almost 1,000 plus, okay? And explore other forms of social media like Tumblr, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Line, Reddit. Actually, if you will upload a video sa YouTube, it will send you to other links. Okay, so member ako lahat doon. But since I'm not full time, I don't have the time to upload the video there on all of those platforms, right? But I really want to wish I am full time now, but this is not the case. Um, because if you upload your video, your live streaming to other platforms, then mas marami kang ma-views, at saka mas maraming likes, ganyan, ganyan, ganon. So, if you have time, then, actually lahat niyan, meron akong account sa mga yan, pero nagkagulo-gulo na yung mga password ko kasi ang dami-dami na. So, be careful na rin doon sa mga ganon, no? Ayan. So, if I have time, I will make I will make the live streaming as a YouTube video and then upload it to all these platforms, okay? Para marami ka ma-reach. Then one time kasi is I received a call from person in Japan and she said, my friends are coming to Thailand and they're looking for a Bible Baptist church. See, so sabi ko, how did you find our church? Through Goo. Goo kasi is yung Google nila doon. Go, Goo, see? So, ibig sabihin, nagbunga na rin yung pag-upload ko ng mga videos doon sa Goo, okay, sa Japan, see? Alright? Okay, then share your live streaming in many groups, not only in your area, but around the whole world. Because our live streaming can be viewed by people outside our area. Okay, so before the pandemic, I share the live streaming only within Thailand. Okay, but now that after the pandemic, I can share it to everybody, kahit sino ng anong group dyan. Kasi may mga groups dito na kuwari, uh, Cordillerans in Thailand, mga ganon. So, I share it to them. Pero, after the pandemic, I can share it to Christians in Facebook, mga ganon na group. Yun, Facebook friends, Facebook Christian friends, ganyan. So, sinashare ko na dun mga yun. And then, you know what? Ang dami ko ng kachat. Yung mga sinasabi nila nga, hello, how can there be a church there in Thailand? Mga ganon na ang mga sinasabi nila. I said, we are Filipino missionaries here in Thailand. That's why there's a church here. That's nagiging friend ko na sila. And then we chika-chika. And then they will say that they are Christian. And then later I found out na hindi pala talaga na save. So then I go through the Romans Road. Ganon. Okay? So, at least nakapag-receive siya. Although sinabi niya Christian siya ng una, pero hindi pala siya totoong Christian. So, ayan, na-sharean ko. Ganon. Okay? And then, but you have to limit your sharing of the live streaming to 25 to 30 times a day only. Or else, magagalit yung Facebook. They will block you or warn you, something like that. In the past, you can share as many as 100 groups in one day. But now, binabantayan na yata ako ng Facebook. Because if I exceed 25 to 30 people, hindi na siya mag-share. Tapos may na ako, change password na ako, gano'n. Sasabihin nila na your actions go against the standards, community standards of Facebook, ganyan. Okay, so what I do is, if I remember, so I will share the live streaming 25 times on Monday, 25 times on Tuesday, 25 times on Wednesday, every day, gano'n. Para at least naka 100 pa rin ako ng 1 week. Ganon. Okay? Alright. So, sabi nga ni isang pastor dito, grabe na yung live streaming nyo kung saan-saan. It's everywhere. Sabi niya, everywhere I go, nandyan ng live streaming nyo, which is a good thing. Because that's our responsibility, di ba? To mag-share nga ng gospel, di ba? Alright. Then, keep inviting people to your page so that the live streaming will automatically play in their account. So, kapag marami kasing people doon sa page mo, of course, if they will post the live streaming, then if you have, in our page, we have 1,800 ata viewers. Pag wala akong ginagawa, I add them, ganon. Para sa school, free time ko, so nag-add ako ng mga tao doon sa page, ganyan. Para, pagka nag-live streaming, mag-appear na kagad doon sa account nila. Okay? And then, also, constantly invite people to your group. Okay, di ba meron tayong page, meron din tayong group. So, nagkakaano-ano yun eh, the more you share, the more that people want to join your groups. or your pages. At saka the people who like your live streaming, you invite them to be a member of your page. Mga ganun, okay? Para dumami yung members ng page. Alright? Okay. Next, if you can tag your friends in the comments to improve the traffic to your live streaming, but you do so, okay? But do not overdo it because the Facebook again will not like that. Okay, so ang problema ko nun is pag mag-start ng live streaming is ano lang, 4 lang yung nanonood, 5, ganun. So what I do is tag the members kasi pag Sunday school, syempre tulog pa yan, di ba? 9:30 mag-start yung live streaming. So there are only 2 or 3 people watching. So what I do is tag the members first in the comments. But you cannot tag too many again. Okay, Facebook will be very angry again if you tag too many. Okay, so you tag maybe 5 or 4 people doon sa comment. Okay, they will not be angry if you tag 4 or 5 people in one time, ganyan. Kasi what I do before is siguro mga 20 people ang tinatag ko tapos nagagalit yung Facebook sa akin. Ganyan. So, but you can tag as many times, but just a little, not too many people in one tag. Ganyan. So, you know what? Natatag ko yung mga cousins ko na nasa Philippines, yung mga cousins ko na nasa Canada, cousins ko na nasa Australia, cousins ko na nasa US, yung mga auntie ko na nasa UK, natatag ko sila, di ba? So, they can see kung ano yung pinipreach doon. Even if they just visit it, at least may narinig silang konti, ganyan, di ba? So, it is already a seed that is planted in them. I believe that is, ano? And then, what else? You can tag your friends in the comments, yeah. And then, try to send a message to all the people who like the live streaming. Thank them. Okay, for example, nag-like sila sa live streaming, ano? So, makalagay doon mention. So, I mention like, thank you for viewing our live streaming, ganyan. Pero kapag sobrang dami na, I will not do that anymore, okay? Now, you know, before kasi ang nag-review lang sa live streaming namin 4 or 5, but since I tagging the people, dumami na rin yung mga nagla-like, yung nagko-comment, yung nag-share, ganyan. So, parang naging alive na rin yung live streaming namin, okay? So, you have to make an effort talaga to make it alive. Kasi kung wala kang gagawin dun, ganun na lang. 4 lang ang nag-review, 5, and then, parang patay ba? Parang wala. So, you have to do something. Mag-effort din na to magkaroon ng traffic yung live streaming ba. Tsaka, habang nagpe-preach si pastor is nag-share ako. So, honestly, hindi ako nakakapakinig kay pastor kasi nag-share ako, no? But what I do na lang in my free time is listen to YouTube videos about yung mga nagpe-preach. Ganyan, the same thing, ganon. But naririnig ko pa rin naman yung sinasabi ni pastor. Actually, nag-write notes pa rin naman ako. But of course, my attention is divided. Because if I listen and then share later, that's too, na sa akin, time-consuming niya na. But sinasabay ko na siya sa habang nakikinig ako kay pastor. I'm sharing it also, tagging people, liking, commenting, like that. Okay? So, but in my free time, nakikinig ako ng mga preaching sa YouTube na lang para hindi naman ako na-deprive spiritually ng gano'n, no? Okay. Because somebody has to do it. If nobody will do it, if everybody will listen and nobody will share, so what will happen, no? Okay. Ang bentahan ngayon is yung paramihan ng views, paramihan ng likes, paramihan ng mga ganyan na ngayon, di ba? Okay, so, what else? Okay, so, for example, may nag-message sa akin, di ba? Sinare ko na yung kwan, tapos may nag-message sa akin na hindi ko kilala. So, I will tell them, thank you for viewing our live streaming. Thank you for joining us in our live streaming. And then, magbibigay ako sa kanya ng mahabang listahan ng mga blessings. For example, may God answer your prayers. I wish you good health, long life. Parang yung dedication ko kay Sister Beth Ducusin. Ganon ang ilalagay ko. Siyempre, masya-shock siya, di ba? Yung nag-message sa akin na ang dami ko ng wish pa sa kanya. So, ma-overwhelm sila, di ba, na, oy, wow, ano usually ba, na you can, nag-reply ka lang dun sa isang live streaming, tapos biglang, ang kapalit, ang dami-daming blessings, di ba? So, ano sila doon, nafa-flatter sila doon. Tapos sasabihin niya sa akin, ang sweet mo naman, Miss Ruth, mga ganyan-ganyan. Ngayon lang tayo nagkilala, tapos ang dami mo ng prayer sa akin, walang ganyan. So, at saka I tell them, mayroon ka bang prayer request sis? Pwede ba, include namin sa prayer bulletin namin yung prayer request mo? Of course, they will say, oh, yung uncle ko may sakit, yung lola ko may sakit. So, I will really include that in the prayer bulletin. Tapos, ipipicturean ko, tapos, ipapakita ko sa kanila na totoo na pinapapray ko namin sila. Mga ganon, di ba? So, do everything para lang dumami yung mga kaibigan, mga contacts natin, di ba? Kasi you don't know, baka yung taong yan, makapag may kilala siya na pupunta ng Bangkok, ganyan, tapos maire-recommend yung church, mga ganon, di ba? There's a possibility na ganon. So, the more contacts you have, the more people might be attending your church, okay? That they can be referring people coming to Bangkok, ganyan. Ganyan. So, the important thing is expand yung dami ng kilala natin, okay? And then, what else? So, most of the people who message me, sasabihin nila Christian sila, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos, okay, di makikipagkilala naman ako. Sasabihin ko na, ako yung asawa ni Pastor Luke, and then, taga Baguio kami, ganyan. And then, siyempre magpapakilala rin sila. And then, later on, makikita ko na hindi pala sila totoong Christian. Yung sabi lang nila, so, sasabihin ko, so, I hope na I will see you in heaven one day. Tapos sasabihin nila, maybe, I hope so, mga ganyan. So, hindi pa pala talaga siya saved, di ba? So, what I do is, share ko siya ng gospel. Ganon. Yan. So, di nakapag-share na tayo ng gospel sa kanila. See? So, at saka, one more is, yung isang tao na na-sharean ko, taga LA pala siya. So, nai-refer ko siya kay Dave para maka-church siya doon sa LA. See? So, di ba sabi naman na the church is tulungan yan. It's not just because we're in Bangkok then we're concentrating in Bangkok. No. We should help each other, di ba? Although I'm witnessing from somebody in another place, I can refer it to another church. You're still helping the gospel. You're still expanding the gospel, okay? And then yan. So, yan. Okay? Naku, sabi 20 minutes lang. Naka 30 minutes na po ako. Sorry. Okay. Encourage people to post in your group to increase traffic. The more traffic, the more people will be motivated to watch our live streaming. So, marami po mga pastors na they upload their preaching doon sa group namin. So, approve lang ako ng approve. Parang maraming doon, content doon. Okay? Kasi kung ikaw titingin dun sa group tapos wala namang activity, parang nakakatama, di ba? Pero kapag active siya, then it will attract attention. Okay? Next, make sure the members read their Bible. So how do we do this? Assign a Bible reading for the members every week. So, since busy ang mga tao, we just stick to 1 chapter a day. Okay? So, parang 7 chapters a week. For some verses in the Old Testament and some verses in the New Testament. Okay? Depende. Kapag yung mahahaba yung verses sa New Testament, 3 lang. Tapos 4 dun sa New Testament. Pag nasa Psalms naman, 4 na Psalms, tapos 3 sa New Testament. Okay? Assign a person to make the Bible quiz every week. I'm the one also doing this. Parang round robin ba? Nagsasalitan kami. Keep the scores and then give a reward for the people who get high scores. So, ang ginagawa namin, pag anniversary, binibigyan po namin sila ng certificate na haya sila, ganyan-ganyan. Pero noon, nung wala pang pandemic, I would buy like some school supplies and give them. Ganon. Pero ngayon, tipid na kasi. So, and then, hindi na siguro kailangan ng reward kasi they're used to taking the Bible quiz every after the service naman na. Okay, so there's no more. Noon kasi ayaw nilang mag-Bible quiz, para bang ang hirap naman yan. Parang ayaw nilang nasa stress ba? Para bang punta kami dito sa church para mag-relax, ganyan, hindi yung mag-isip, sinasabing ganyan. But ngayon, they got used to taking the Bible quiz after the lunch. Okay, and then let the members recite a verse every Sunday. So, between the Sunday school and the worship, mayroon kaming recitation of verses para recite pa rin, nakakapag-memorize pa rin ng verses. Okay. Remind the members about the reading assignment. So, there is somebody who is assigned to give the reminder during the week. I-announce ko dun sa group chat yung mga gagawa ng mga ganyan, and then may magre-remind. Okay? And then, also upload the Bible quiz to the group chat so that the people who are at home can be able to take that quiz pa rin. Okay? Alright. And next is, make sure the members pray. So how do we do that? Days before the prayer meeting, we ask for prayer requests and thanksgiving already. Okay, so individual po yan, tig isa-isa. Para, kasi nga tamad na silang mag-upload dun sa group chat. Okay, so I ask them one by one kung ano may prayer request pa sila. And then, upload the prayer bulletin to the group chat so that they can also pray at home. So, during the prayer meeting, I will upload the prayer bulletin para pati sila magpa-pray rin kahit nasa bahay sila. Okay. And then also during the week, gather all the prayer requests from brethren all over the world and include them in the prayer bulletin. So, when I am going through my feed, tas may nakita ko doon na prayer request, sinusulat ko na para ma-include sa bulletin kahit na hindi sila namin ka-member, kahit hindi nila kilala ko lang, or ganon, or sa ABC may missionary doon na may sakit, so we include that in the bulletin, and the prayer bulletin. Okay. Ayan. And then next is yun na nga yan. Okay. So, that's how I have learned, no, na although we cannot touch each other, though we cannot hug each other, though we cannot shake hands with one another, but we can still keep contact with everybody and do the ministry. Okay, and yan, ngayon nga, ang dami ko pong kachat. May kachat ako taga UK, kachat ako taga Romania, taga Kenya, ganyan. Of course, kasi hindi naman kaagad-agad na makakapag-share ka, di ba? Yung ano muna, kung nakapag-share ka, tapos sabihin nila, hindi pa ako handa na sa yung doktrina mong yan. Sabihin nila. So, hindi muna ako mag-insist. So, keep the relationship pa rin. Ganun. See? So, it's nice, no, na although the pandemic has been very traumatic to us, but may dinulot rin siyang maganda kasi yung reach ng church has reached beyond Thailand, beyond Bangkok. Okay, so that is all na I can share to you, and thank you for listening. Good to God be the glory.